All right, good evening, everybody. Today is Tuesday, August 9th, 2022. I just want to give you guys an update on the market. Tomorrow is an exciting day. CPI data comes out. We get to find out what's really going to happen with the market. So let's get right into it. My name is Coach Avalos, and I am part of Bullring Trading, and I'm here to give you an update. The latest and greatest is going on in the market. So let's start with Apple. Apple is trying to complete its length up from an ascending wedge, but looks like it's not going to make it. So here we have rejection. So just like everything else in the market right now, we're getting rejection at these levels. But when I look over at the weekly, Apple has already crossed down here on the MACD. So we have some divergence going on. Tomorrow, will this continue up on the weekly or will it go down? We'll see. So I've got some news that I want to show you guys as well. So here we go with Amazon. Amazon, same thing. It hit the resistance up here. Now we've got our first red candle. So I like to cover, if you guys are new to the channel, I like to cover what I call the 5 giants: Apple, Amazon, Microsoft, Tesla, Google. So next is Microsoft, and we see Microsoft, same thing going on, just like Tesla. We have some rejection going across the board. So if we do our little resistance bar here, you can see that Tesla had resistance in the past at this level. And same thing with Microsoft. Microsoft is part of big tech and communication. So they're getting that resistance going on in those levels. So, but again, on the weekly, I mean, some of these stocks have already converted over. So they really want to go up. Let's see what happens tomorrow, because that could drive them to continue up or continue down. So then we have Google. Google is going in what direction? So Google is actually in what we call a bearish rectangle. So you can see Google came down in a bearish pattern, and now it's a rectangle and can continue to go down. Okay, so I put a little note in here, something that I shared with my team today in our chat groups, and I let them know where I was going to buy puts, and sure enough, this turned red. So those are looking good for me. So every other stock that I follow, we're having the same resistance going on. So the entire market is just waiting for this data to come out. NDQ, same thing. So we have some rejections at these levels. It's got its first red candle. We got SPX doing the same thing, rejection at this level, and we have first red candle. And let me show you something that I like to look at, and it's one of the indicators that I trust, and that is the TD sequential. So on the TD sequential, it'll give you a 9-day cycle on the bullish side. So these are the green ones. So it went bullish, and now we got our first bear candle for the daily. So we're on our way down, but again, I've always said, it doesn't matter what the chart says, news can change everything. So what's going on in the world right now? We have China reporting that inflation data looks like it's going to make their market slip. Down here, one of the key points reported by CNBC was shares fell early trade on Wednesday. So they're already feeling it over in China. So we know from the past, whatever happens in China is going to happen here. And so for us, our news, which is interesting, is saying that critical inflation has eased. Wow. All right, so here's the positives that they're saying. They say price gains may have slowed in coming months, so they're expecting lower inflation. They're perceiving good news in the markets, so they think that this is going to drive the markets to go up. And then lastly, the falling gasoline prices are a big factor. So we'll see tomorrow. Again, news changes everything, so be careful in your entries. If we go off a technical analysis, sure, we're going down, but if everybody likes the CPI data, we can technically continue on the way up. So a couple more stocks I want to cover with you. IWM, same thing here, right? It's going bearish. Then we have the Russell 2000, and last but not least, the VIX. So I've been watching the VIX pretty well, and it's being a little stubborn, a little lazy, a little late to the game. But one of the things that I noticed today is that it's come out of, or it's going to come out potentially out of a descending wedge. And so here's the support from previous months, and we had a previous descending wedge, and then we went up, and it was a roller coaster, and we're coming back down. But it looks like there might be some support here, so potentially VIX can go up to where I have this little arrow, 30. Okay, but again, news. What's going to happen in news? So anyway, just want to give everybody a heads up on what's going on with the market. If you have any questions, drop a question in the comments. I appreciate you liking and subscribing to the channel. And again, if you look at the description down there, you're going to see a free 30-day pass. If you want to join my group free for 30 days, feel free to hit the like and then click on the free link. Hope you guys have a good night and wish you lots of green tomorrow.